Hey everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make a healthier version of one of my favorite baked pasta dishes. So baked pasta dishes are a lot of people's favorite comfort food, but they can be packed with a lot of carbohydrates, a lot of fat, and we have trouble controlling ourselves when it comes to portion size. So I'm going to show you just some simple ways to make this a little bit healthier. It's not something that you want to eat every single day of the week, but when you're feeling like you want to have a little comfort food, this is a way that you can make it healthier. So it's called baked cavatelli. It's a recipe from Better Homes and Gardens. So what I almost always do with pasta is that I use whole grain pasta because you're getting a little more whole grain, a little more nutrients. So you're going to need about half a box of that. I already have that cooking over here. You need 1 jar of marinara sauce, about a 26, 28 ounce jar of marinara sauce, some garlic, onion, Italian style sausage, or you can use whatever style of sausage you like. I get chicken sausage, a little bit lower in fat than regular pork sausage, so that's another way you can make it healthier. Some black pepper and mozzarella cheese, and I always get part skim mozzarella cheese, again, just to cut down on the fat content. Our pasta is done cooking. We've drained it. We're going to put it into another bowl. And one thing I love about this recipe is it's very easy. You don't really have to measure everything. You just put a package of this, a jar of this. It goes together really quickly. So you're just going to dump that whole jar of sauce in there, and you can use whatever is your favorite brand of sauce. And we're going to put a little bit of black pepper in here, or a lot if you like a lot of pepper. Okay. This recipe calls for a cup of cheese. Obviously, if you're lactose intolerant, you could easily leave out the cheese. You're really not going to miss a whole lot. My husband may disagree, but so about 3/4 cup of the cheese is going to go in there. We're going to grab a spoon here, and we're just going to stir that all together. And we will let that sit there while we move on to our next step. Our next step is to saute your garlic and your onion with your sausage. So I've got my pan heated up here. I'm going to put a little avocado oil in there. Now the recipe only called for 2 cloves of garlic. I had a big elephant clove of garlic, so this is a lot of garlic in here. So you can adjust that based on your preference. So the sausage is already cooked, so I'm not going to throw that in right away. So all you're really doing in this step is cooking the onion and the garlic and heating up the sausage. You want to be careful here. Garlic can burn pretty easily, so you may want to adjust your heat accordingly. And if you wanted to throw in some other vegetables here, you could do that, some bell peppers, whatever is your fancy. So you're just going to mix that all around, really just until those onions start to brown a little bit, which that should take probably 2-3 minutes. So another way you can add in a little more nutrition to this dish. I have this huge bag of spinach, which I've challenged myself to try to use up before it goes bad. So I'm just going to throw a little bit of spinach in here with this dish. So I'm just chopping it up a little bit, tossing it in here. Okay. And we have our onion, garlic, and sausage mixture. You can see those onions are nice and brown and kind of translucent. So we are just going to scrape all that in here. Get all those nice little brown bits. That's what's going to add flavor to this dish. Okay. So the reason why you put this into a separate bowl is so that you don't make a big mess when you go to dump it into your casserole dish. So Mix that all nice and good in there. Make sure you get that spinach evenly distributed. Okay, that's looking good. Everything's coated with the sauce. Good. So now you can use any type of glass, ceramic baking dish you have. You're just gonna dump all of that in there. Make sure you get all of that good, healthy spinach. Okay, so just kind of smooth that all around. That actually looks really pretty with the spinach. This is the first time I've put spinach in with it. My husband isn't thrilled about it, but he's gonna love it. Okay, so we're gonna bake this in a 375 oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. So carefully put that in there. Right in the center of the oven. Set your timer. I'm just gonna do 25 minutes. And go get a workout in while that's cooking. Our pasta has been in the oven for about 30 minutes. So this is a dish where you're really just heating it up. Everything is cooked, so there's not a hard way to find out when it's done. You just want it heated through. So now we're gonna sprinkle just a little more cheese on top. So again, if you wanted to make this healthier, you could leave out the cheese that went into it and just put some cheese on top of it. So don't go crazy with the cheese there. Now this goes back into the oven for just 5 more minutes so that that cheese gets nice and melted. All right, so our dish is done. You can see that cheese has melted really nicely. If you wanted this to get a little brown, you could put it under the broiler as well. So I would let this sit for about 5 to 10 minutes, let it cool. The recipe says it makes 5 to 6 servings. I recommend for portion control that you dish out what you're going to eat and then put the rest away. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you like our YouTube channel, please subscribe. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. I'll see you next time.